Question. Has any of y'all ever seen any of y'all gang stalking perpetrators shape shift, like reptilian shape shift? I did one time. This black, mentally slow, retarded black guy who's a perp, and he's black and delusionally believes he's white, and he will wear the same red shirt and dirty clothes every day, yet act like he try to make it like he got 3 jobs, and condemn me when I was homeless on the streets for just trying to survive, and I had to panhandle to survive, and he would be right there to keep tabs and make sure I'm not asking anybody for money, and one time he got mad at me, and he would act like he was growling at me. Sometimes he would act like he's growling at me, and like one time I saw his eyes shape shift like a reptilian, and I wish I would have got that on film. And the last time I filmed him, it was I don't think it was Christmas. I think it was Thanksgiving. That day that that lady from the pool had scammed me and messed over me and she set me up with a hotel room with bed bugs, and I had to deal with the perp hotel manager that was rude and nasty, and he was a narcissistic abuser. And so that lady set me up, and then I ended up having to freaking walk at least 3 hours, and I was gang stalked my whole way walking. And I'm glad it was a humble Christian lady who was driving for Lyft, and she gave me a ride the rest of the way downtown. And then I found $50 that day. So yeah, it was Thanksgiving, 'cause I found $50 inside a pack of cigars, and I threw the cigars on the garbage can, but then kept the $50. And sadly, I felt it was like a whole bunch of burnt, dirty $50 bills. $50 worth of ones, I think, like that. For $50 in ones, I think. And so I filmed that guy, and that was the last time. That was the last time I ever filmed. The last time I ever saw him. He never went downtown ever again. And so then, and that was when, this video's turning out to be longer than I thought. And that was when I still had my other channel before it got deleted. And before I even made this channel, this so-called, what was the backup channel, but now it's the new main channel. So, yeah, just if anybody have any experiences. Oh yeah, and let me tell you, I'm gonna make this a gang stalking and narcissist, because because he's actually narcissistic too, narcissistic and controlling, and he was younger than me. I'm pretty sure he looked like he was under 20 years old, and he clearly admitted that white people are his brothers and sisters and not black people. Yet he's, more black features than I have. So, let's move on to my dyke-ass twin sister, Brandy, who I call Dykester. So, now, I did a video on my other channel last summer when we weren't getting along, and I was scared to speak out against her and say her name and stuff. Me being frightened when I shouldn't have had to be frightened of my own twin sister having rulership over me, and the upper hand over me, and my whole entire family think that like they think they can keep me in fear. Well, the gay brother Mark, first of all, I never saw him really shape shift or anything like that. But he would fuss and curse with the air, and some people say that that's targeting and remote neural monitoring. But how? He acts like a perpet and narcissistic abuser towards me. So is he under remote neural monitoring and targeted too, or is he demon possessed? You know. So I did a couple of videos on my other channel that got deleted about people fussing and cursing with the air with nothing around. You know, and I've seen a lot of people dealing. I mean, I saw, especially in Dallas, Texas. Mark was the first, and then I saw other people, especially homeless people, who fuss and curse with the air. So then let's move on to my twin sister. Well, I did a video last summer talking about did my mirror, because I was scared to out and say my twin sister, sell her soul to the devil. And so my twin sister is basically set for life behind a lie. And I gotta try to not make this video too long. But so she showed me a picture one time when her eyes turned gray. And I didn't know it at the time because it was like during the MySpace days. And now I come think later on. I mean, I don't have access to the picture, but I still remember her eyes being what looked like reptilian slits. And her eyes were gray, and she claimed she was having a seizure. And she's always talking about all these seizures she has or whatever. And she told me in 2013, shortly after biological mom, Frances, and the biological dad, Arthur, and Autumn had died. And she tried to say that she died 3 times and then came back to life. Trying to say she died 3 times and then went to the other side. And that she described it as ethereal darkness and just being at peace or whatever. And saying that the biological sister Belinda and the biological mom Frances and the biological dad Arthur wanted her to come to the other side. But this was before the cousin Blake had got shot and killed. And so, you know, yeah, this was before he got shot. It was 3 years before he got shot and killed. And so, like, if they didn't love you or care about you or me while they were still alive, why would they love you and care about you? You know, I tried to convince her that that was demonic deception, and she swore up and down that that was real. And with the cult one time, she told me that she thought she died and that she fell asleep and she saw a bright white light. And then next thing you know, she said that she saw the person who was the founder of the cult, fraudster Henry Clifford Kinley from the fake Institute of Divine Metaphysical Research cult. And she said it was another member of the cult that said that that was him that she saw. You know, that she basically, in this vision or whatever, had seen him after going through some white light and then see him. And that was before I was too young to know the truth then. You know, so, and my twin sister is the richest person in the family without having to work. You know, other family members are richer than her, but they work for the riches. But the fact that she doesn't have to work, and me, I desire to work, and yet I'm held back from working or anything like that. So, and also, speaking of this reptilian thing, quite a few times I didn't know what it was, but the foster mom had like light brown eyes and when she get mad, her eyes turn green. And then the foster mom, Adrian Felder, who they call Anne, and she, when her eyes turn green, and they have reptilian slits in her eyes that look just like the damn snake, the boa constrictor snake that she had. And the foster mom was very much involved in the occult, and she had a pet snake, and her son, I think, was involved in the occult. And they're both narcissistic abusers. And her son, the foster brother, Joe, would physically abuse and beat on females and stuff. So yeah, that's and I there's somebody, yeah, as in the other video that I mentioned, had talked about Richie from Boston. So I'm sitting here wondering if, if there's a connection with gang stalking, perps, and narcissism, and people doing the reptilian shape-shifting and stuff like that. And there's a documentary called Narcissism, The Psychology of Demons. You might get to see it here on YouTube. So I guess I'm done with this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.